Have you ever shared a piece of content and you didn't get the results that you wanted? Here are a few things that you need to consider when it comes to marketing your business online. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kay. I'm a content marketing strategist, and I teach you how to create content that will attract and convert your ideal client through online marketing. If you want to learn more on how to successfully market your business online, make sure you grab my free guide in the comments below. So let's jump into things you need to consider when marketing your business online. Effectively marketing your business online is more than just creating a social media profile and posting random content. It's about being strategic because you want to make sure that you're creating quality content that has the right message so that you are attracting the right people who you can specifically help solve a problem. So you want to consider these few things when it comes to you marketing yourself online. The first thing that you need to consider when you're marketing yourself online is that no one knows who you are. It doesn't matter what stage of business you are in. Somebody's not going to know who you are. So you have to realize that. That's why it's important when you are marketing yourself that you're constantly sharing your offer, that you're constantly sharing what you do and how you're specifically solving a problem, because not everybody knows who you are. So you have to gain trust when it comes to people. You can't just post and think that somebody's just going to jump on your offer. You have to continuously build a relationship with people by sharing insight on who you are, why you started your business, why you want to solve this problem, the people that you've helped, what makes you qualified. It's about giving people insight on what you do. They want to begin to trust you. They want to work with you, but you have to continuously promote yourself, put yourself out there, be consistent, be persistent about it, and just evolve when it comes to your marketing, letting people know how you can help them, and just continuously improving as a business as a whole, being able to give clients better results. Those are the things that you need to be focusing on, because you can't just say, hey, I posted this, they should be working with me, it's my right, and they owe me that much. Like, we're not entitled to anything. Do the work, be humble, continue to share the content, continue to get better as a business owner, and realize that no one knows who you are, so you have to let them know who you are. The next thing that you need to consider is that your audience is on different journeys of the buyer's journey. So if you're not aware of the buyer's journey, or the customer's journey as people call it, there are specific stages that we go through as consumers in order for us to ultimately make a decision. The first thing is the awareness stage, then it's the consideration stage, and then there's ultimately the decision to take action. So the awareness stage could be you've posted a reel or a podcast episode, a YouTube video, and somebody comes across your content and they are aware of who you are. And they're like, oh, okay, I want to see who this person is. Then they're going to go into the consideration stage. That is where they begin to learn more about who you are. So they decide to follow you. They decide to look at your website and get more insight on what you do and how you may be able to solve their problem. And then ultimately the decision stage. This is where they either join your email list, or they purchase a product, or they apply to work with you. So you want to make sure that when you effectively market yourself, that you are creating content that will ultimately meet your audience where they are on the buyer's journey. You want to create content that is going to attract them, which is valuable content that's going to educate them and give them insight. Then you want to create content that will allow them to consider you. That's going to give them insight on who you are and what your offer does and how you began your journey. It's going to really allow them to get to know you better, to see if you guys are a good fit, and to see if you are someone that they would want to work with. And then ultimately the decision stage is them seeing how you've given transformations to people. So you give an insight on a client who may have a certain problem that they were struggling with, and you telling them how you were able to solve that problem, because that person may have the same problem. So they're like, oh, this is a good fit for me. And then ultimately they will be able to make the decision because you've shared your offer, you shared how you've helped clients. So you want to consider those things whenever you are sharing your content to your audience. Make sure that you're creating content for every stage of the buyer's journey so you can meet them where they are. Now, if you're struggling to get clients, or your audience isn't taking action, you may want to consider your messaging. Your messaging needs to be clear, and it really needs to resonate with your audience in order for them to take action. So this takes you doing research. A lot of people want to skip the initial research part, but you really need to understand your ideal client so that you can speak directly to their concerns and let them know how you're actually solving their problem. So this is going to take you getting feedback from people who are following in your audience, searching your specific industry and seeing what questions people have when it comes to your industry, and then using that and addressing those questions within your content, addressing the questions that your audience has, asking your peers for feedback, seeing if your messaging is actually resonating with them. It does take time to get better when it comes to messaging. So that's why it's important to do your research, show up on video, talk directly to your audience, let them know how you're solving their problem, give them insight on what your offer does, and then they'll be able to clearly understand how you can help them. The more that you practice with your messaging, the more that you understand your audience, the better you will become. So consider looking at your messaging, consider getting better each and every time, and remember that it is a process. Lastly, you want to review your marketing. Stop treating your marketing like you can just set it and forget it. You cannot. Marketing is trial and error. There's always going to be things that are changing that you may have to tweak, and something that worked before may not work again. So you need to really review your marketing, see what's working, and seeing how you can make it better. That's how you're going to succeed. You want to get better at doing your marketing, trying different things, and really reviewing the process so that you can keep getting consistent results. So make sure you take the time to review to see what is working and what's not. When it comes to marketing yourself online, the longer that you take to start marketing, the longer it's actually going to take to work. So that's why you want to just start. Even if it's messy, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just about you showing up and sharing with your audience value, sharing with your audience what problem you're solving and what your offer is. So even if you're starting off as simple as once a week going live or 3 times a week just posting content, you just need to start. You can't continue to hide. And then once you start, you just have to continue to be consistent. So figure out what that is for yourself. And if you're not sure where to start, you can always join me in my program, Momentum, where I help you take fast action when it comes to your marketing so that you can develop an effective marketing plan that is ultimately going to attract and convert your ideal client. As always, thank you for joining me for this YouTube video. I hope you consider these things when it comes to marketing yourself online. And as always, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the videos. Thanks for joining me.